What up, though, YouTube? And today, we gonna talk about this movie, Sleight. If you haven't seen it yet, go on ahead, fucking search for the trailers on YouTube and all that shit. And if you wonder if I liked it, if I didn't like it, you go have to stay tuned through this whole video to find out. And this video is gonna contain spoilers. So what this movie is about? It's about a magician. He's his mother dies. He starts selling drugs and shit because it's only him and his sister left, and he has to take care of his sister and shit. He's very good in science and shit. And when he was in high school, he had a scholarship to college for science and shit. And after his mother died, he was like, man, fuck that. I need to take care of my little sister and shit. I need to get to this money, so I'm gonna have to start selling drugs. When he decide to do that, I'm like, no, nigga, don't do that shit. Fuck that. That ain't the right way, nigga. Don't do that shit. So then, by what caused him to be in love with magic, to want to become a magician, was when he was younger. His mama took him to the boardwalk. They stay in California and shit. And he saw this when he was 7. He saw a magician performing and shit. And the magician showed him this one trick. And this one trick is what like set him off to be like, I want to do this magic shit. And what the trick was, the magician took a knife, put it in his hand and shit. And he told Bo. Bo was the main character. He told Bo, he was like, pull the knife out my hand. Bo pulled the knife out the magician's hand and there wasn't nothing there. Was it bleeding? No scar? Nothing. So Bo asked him, he was like, how did you do that, Mr. Magician? How the fuck did you do that, Mr. Magician? And he told Bo, he was like, a magician only tells his tricks to other magicians. So later down the line, he came back. Bo developed his magician skills and shit. He became a magician, and he came back, same spot, magician still there, doing tricks and shit. He was like, I'm a magician now. Tell me how you did it. And he told him how he did it. The way he did it was, he every day he would just take a knife, put it in his hand more and more each day or whatever. And then after a while, it developed scar tissue, and it wouldn't cause it to bleed or anything. And at the beginning of each day, the magician will put latex on his hand and shit, so you could see the scar or whatever on his hand and shit. And that's how he did it and shit. And he told Bo that by being a magician, you always gotta be dedicated to your craft and sacrifice your body and shit. So that's what by the magician saying that's what caused Bo to develop his powers or whatever, his homemade superpowers and shit. So what he did was he took a coil and shit, a coil of metal, I guess, or whatever, and he put it in his shoulder. And I guess the rest of the coil will run down his arms and shit, and it turned his whole body into a magnet and shit. And the way he will power it up, he will hook it up to like little batteries and like little generators and shit. So then, hanging and shit, making his little cash and shit. He getting in deeper and deeper. Fucking his nigga that he be rolling with, the head nigga, he out here having them do things and shit he don't really want to do. Like one thing was, it was a nigga that was selling where they be selling that and shit. He fucking chopped that nigga hand off because of the head nigga told the nigga that was banging in that area and shit. He told him like, you either go work for me, give me percentage of what you make and shit, or we go have some problems and shit. The nigga ain't listen to him and shit. They fucking kidnapped. He kept banging in the same spot. They kidnapped that nigga, fucking threw that nigga down on the ground, told that nigga Bo to chop his hand off and shit. Bo was hesitant. He was scared at first and shit, but he ended up chopping that nigga hand off and shit. And I'm like, damn, nigga, what the fuck you do that shit for? So then by him doing more and more things, the fucking head nigga, he fucking start trusting that nigga more and shit. So he gave him a bigger package. He gave him a whole kilo of some coke and shit. And he wanted that nigga to get the whole boy off and shit, not break it down and chop it up. So what Bo was trying to do, he was trying to break it down and get his own little more his uh profit for himself, so he could buy his way out and then have some left over and get the fuck on and shit. So that nigga supplier found out that he fucking did that shit. He was like, nigga, what the fuck you breaking my shit down and all this or whatever? The fuck is wrong with you? All he wants you to sell the whole thing and shit. Don't fucking ever do that shit again and all that shit. You broke my shit down. I want that whole boy back, nah, and shit. The whole boy back and shit. He was like, man, all right, whatever. He told him, he was like, I want it back at a certain time too. I think it was worth what, 15? No, like 40,000 or some shit. So he was like, I want all my money back by so and so at this time and shit. So he was like, all right. So that time come and shit, and Bo ain't got the money and shit, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna have it and all this shit. He was like, nigga, I want an extra 5,000 now and shit, and then he kidnapped that nigga's sister and shit. So then that's when Bo got mad and shit. He went back to his science teacher from high school and shit. And his science teacher, he was trying to, Bo was trying to develop his powers even stronger and shit. So his science teacher taught him how to do it or whatever. And fucking Bo had this fucking big ass book bag on with like wires hooked up to him and shit, to the coil in his arm, and I think a bigger battery or some shit in that bitch. And he fucking ran up in that nigga crib and shit. Fucking, I ain't gonna tell y'all what the fuck he did to him, but he fucking scared that nigga. He told him what his sister was, and that was it. He got his sister back, and that was it and shit. But another thing is the way the movie ended, dog. That was some fucking bull fucking shit. I guess they was anticipating on there being a part 2 and shit. I'm like, nigga, this movie fucking trash and shit. How the fuck y'all think is gonna be a part 2 and shit? So the thing was, his girl was laying in the bed and shit in the middle of the night and shit, and all the lights in the crib was flickering and shit. So she got up, following, trying to find out where it was coming from and shit. And she come to the door in the crib, the room in the crib and shit. You could see like through the door the lights flickering and shit. And mind you, they didn't even show this nigga face and shit. So you don't, or you don't even see what's happening. You just see her face and shit, and you see lights flickering. When she opened up the door, they still showing her, not showing him. Lights flickering and shit. She's like, Bo, what's going on? Lights flickering and shit, and just get real bright. Movie cut off and it's over with. Like, that's some fucking bullshit. This shit was weak as fuck, dog. I was mad as hell and shit. I was like, this some fucking bullshit. Fucking typical drug dealing story and shit. He always spin his little nigga got powers and shit. But if y'all seen it in the comments, let me know if y'all liked it, y'all disliked it, or whatever. So make sure y'all subscribe to the video and hit that like button and shit. And I'll holla at y'all motherfuckers later. Peace.